Chris, you think we're going to see a replay of yesterday? We had this Knicks game early yesterday. They went up to a 19-point lead. The team came back.
I don't know, but we're having some issues getting this tip.
I keep telling you, man, this is the hardest thing for the officials to do, to throw the jump ball. Look at that. It's never fair, and it's going to always tilt one way or the other.
And the Kings control, and there is Kobe Jones that gets it over to Mason Jones. Kobe gets it back, the spin.
Nice move, just didn't finish.
Tyler Kolek with the double screens up high, and throws it up, but a little too low for Daddy A.
I think it was a great design play, Chris. Kolek just didn't get the ball up above the cylinder, so Daddy A could go get it.
Mason Jones, the step over. And on the boards, Jones back out for the triple is Keon Ellis.
And I remember this young man. He had some great moments for the Sacramento Kings last year, and great
the block
right there, yeah. Stayed in the play, didn't give up on the play, got screened a little bit, but didn't give up.
Timmy time.
Hey.
Daddy A gets it out to Ba, and Ba is out of bounds. How many times have we seen this before, Sam? Drew Timmy in the NCAA tournament.
Yep, but Chris, thing I like about him, he's not a great athlete, but he just, from the shoulders up, he just knows how to play basketball.
Jones loses it, and Ball slapped it out of bounds. Kings will maintain possession. Jones in the corner. Huck-Porty pushing it the other way. Kolek gets his first bucket, Sam. Yesterday, he didn't score until the fourth quarter.
Yeah, but I like that move right there, man. They got to learn from the game yesterday. Built a big lead. Let the Pistons get back and come back and get it. And for the Knicks team to have, 20-plus turnovers, let's see can they improve on that this afternoon, rather.
Sam, he wasn't looking for a shot yesterday, and here he is going to that left.
And I'm sure the coaching staff had a conversation with him, showed him a little tape, making him understand that as a point guard in today's NBA, you got to be offensive-minded.
And a moving screen called on Drew Timmy.
Drew Timmy, that's his first personal.
For more on Tyler Kolek, let's go to Autumn Johnson.
Yeah, guys, I had an opportunity to catch up with Knicks Summer League head coach Dice, and he described Tyler as hungry, unselfish. He just wants to get better. He's smart and tough-minded, and just an elite guy who can get on the floor and do everything for them.
Great point that you make. Kolek finding Huck-Porty for the finish inside. And really, that's what the Knicks want to see. There are two guys who could potentially play in the next couple of years connecting on that.
Well, absolutely. These guys are going to be on that roster. The question is how much playing time, if any, they're going to be able to earn, more so in the developmental role. Because, Chris, you and I talked about this yesterday. With the moves the Knicks have made this offseason, they pretty much have their front 7 to 8 starters lined up.
Dwayne Washington, his first shot attempt is off to the left. Jones to Jones, working the perimeter. Knicks playing denied defense. Timmy's got to put it up. He's short. Kolek pushing it, the ball out to Washington.
It's a block.
Block and foul underneath the basket. Take another look, block a charge, clearly a block.
Yeah, he wasn't there, Chris, and you know, that's a play after the offense guy gives the ball up, just let him go.
Washington, the ball in the corner, and that's the Knicks taking the lead 7-6. Jones to Timmy. More Timmy time.
Nice move. Timmy making himself available, reading the defense, slipping in through the cracks, getting an easy layup. Credit Jones for finding him with a nice pocket pass.
Washington cradles and loses it. The Kings have numbers. Jones. Mason Jones fouled by Tyler Kolek.
I think Mason Jones got a break on that one. I thought Kolek did a great job of not taking any contact, moving with it, and basically allowing the offensive player to kind of get out of control a little bit. Referees may have bailed Mason Jones out on that one.
Yeah, Mason Jones, between the California Classic and Summer League so far here in Las Vegas, he's shooting 52% from long range.
Wow.
"25 years old, undrafted in 2020 out of Arkansas."
I think he played for Eric Musselman down there in Arkansas. So he had a great coach, former NBA coach, Eric Musselman. Dad was an NBA coach, and Bill Musselman. So we know he was coached well.
Kolek finding ball in the corner. They connected earlier on that, not this time around. Mason Jones over Kolek. And Washington grabs the board and is fouled by Kobe Jones. So the Sacramento Kings open up a 10-7 lead early. And it's been Mason Jones and Drew Timme connecting for the Kings. Welcome back inside the pavilion here on the UNLV campus. And this is a look at the New York Knicks draft picks. And in this starting lineup here in this game, here for the NBA 2K25 Summer League, Home Daddy A, Tyler Kolek, Ariel Hukporti, all in the starting lineup. And they have been playing significant minutes here in Summer League.
And Chris, I like these young guys for the Knicks. Daddy A, I really like him for the 25th pick. You're trying to find a guy with some talent. And obviously, Daddy A has talent. It's just
Jones with the dime. Absolute dime of find Keon Ellis on the break. Kolek right back at you with the bounce pass to Dwayne Washington.
Hey, this is more of an up-tempo game than we've had in the past.
And great to see good bounce passes, Sam.
Well, just the fundamentals. I've been impressed with the skill set of all these young players that have played and participated in some league thus far. The skill set is off the chain of these young guys for shooting, the ball handling. Here we go, a turnover right here. The Knicks get a steal, getting out of transition.
Kolek to Washington. Can't cash it in. And a pass ahead. Isaiah Crawford with his first bucket coming in off the bench.
And Chris, I love that. Players getting their head up, guys out running. If players know you're going to head man the ball and get rid of it, they'll get out and run for it.
Yeah. The kick ahead, Mason Jones threading the needle. And then Tyler Kolek led the NCAA in assists. And we see why here, Sam.
Yeah, that's just a perfect pinpoint bounce pass between two defenders for an easy layup.
Rokas Jokubaitis checks into the game. He's controlling the ball for the Knicks. He ran out of real estate, finds Tyler Kolek, the lefty connection, and the Knicks are within two.
And for Kolek's growth, that's the shot he needs to make, moving without the basketball, knocking down that shot, lefty. Who he reminds you of? Maybe a young Jalen Brunson back up in the future for the Knicks with their lefty.
Yeah, coming into the draft, the comp was Goran Dragic.
I can see that, absolutely.
Ellis,
I can see it.
Off the glass.
Ellis should be good, Chris. I mean, he is a very, very good NBA player, so he's just getting better every time he steps on the floor.
Kolek finding ball in the corner. Hukporti trying to go to work, and there's a foul before he can put the shot up. It looks like it'll go on Akil Jr. Finding some space, Ellis making the most of it. Kolick tossing it up. Gets it back. Trying to create some space. Couldn't convert. Crawford driving, loses control. Second chance for the Kings. Nice pass inside.
Great pass by Ellis. Nice bounce pass for the finish.
Cole Jr. with the finish. Jokic skips it over the ball. Good money.
They game your ball like those corners, don't you? That's the second three for him from the opposite corner, knocking it down.
Ellis between the legs several times. Gets it back and connects from outside. Both of these teams red hot, had made a combined 6 3-pointers here in the first quarter.
Yeah, Ellis is very comfortable in this game. He's playing like he's been here before.
Daddy no. Ba, yes.
Nice move for the ball.
Quick pace. Jones to spin. Working Jokic for the deuce.
Chris, we got some basketball going now.
Kolick pushing it right back to Ba's favorite spot in that corner. Everything but down. And it'll be a foul. Looks like it'll go on against Akil Jr. But the Sacramento Kings have... Oh, what a great start we've had to this game between the Knicks and the Kings here inside the pavilion at NBA 2K25 Summer League, the campus of UNLV. The Knicks shooting 46% from the floor. The Kings shooting 60%. Tyler Kolick, a big part of that for the Knicks. Way off there.
Look at all the names. We got 2 Ellises out there with 3 Jones.
Yeah. Boogie Ellis checks in the game to go along with Keon Ellis. And the kick out. A foul will be called on a 3-point attempt. Devin Kennedy on the foul.
Yeah, that's a no-no, man. You just hate when one of your players foul a 3-point shooter.
So Xavier Sneed checking into the game. He'll get 3 freebies here. Started all 3 games at the California Classic. I mean, that's clear as day for the Kings. Sammy averaged 15 points per game off the bench in the California Classic, but just 3 points a game so far here in the Vegas Summer League. So he's a guy to keep an eye out on.
Yeah, we got to keep an eye on him, man. It's just a different animal here. He's been playing a lot of basketball this summer. So let's see, can he pick it up and play like he played in that California Classic.
Tyler Kolick will take his first rest of the game. Dwayne Washington checks in for the Knicks. Washington had a team-high 21 points on just 12 shots last time we saw him, but he's 1 for 5 so far today. Kings with an 8-point lead. It's their largest here in this first quarter. Jokic in the corner and getting the back. Kennedy fouled on the other end and made the 3 there. Ellis fouled again, Bob.
And they're giving him the shot. Very heads-up play by Ellis.
It's been a terrific start to the game for Keon Ellis. 4 for 4 from the field, 10 points, 2 assists. And like you said, the heads-up play like, oh, you're going to foul me? This is a shot at time.
Absolutely. You could tell he got some serious minutes with the Kings last year. Played really well. I got a chance to watch him play a little bit. The Summer League is just for his growth to continue that development and gain more confidence. This Kings team, hey, they finished strong last year, got bumped off in the playoffs in the first round, but this is a huge season coming up for the Sacramento Kings to see can they maintain or make a jump in that tough Western Conference.
Yeah, I mean, the previous year, oh, and that's his first miss of any sort this game. Almost got the assist there.
Hands of stone, Chris. That's your nickname.
So the Kings will get it back up by 6. I think this is an easy call for me. Jones to Ellis is what's happening today.
And then Ellis to Ellis.
Boogie Ellis over to Keon Ellis. And the feed inside. Soft touch off the glass by Kill Jr.
Nice play.
Less than a minute to go here in the first quarter. Double screen for Kennedy. And Ellis with the block.
I think that's the second block Ellis has had coming from behind. And you like that from a player that don't give up on the play when it gets picked off.
Foul on the other side underneath the basket.
Chris, I'll give you a little tidbit. You know what I just saw in that call right there? I had 2 officials making the same call, and I like that because what it tells me, if the other job is covering for the primary official, even though it wasn't his call, the official called it, gave him the right to make the call. But that tells me these officials are working in sync because they're seeing the same thing.
Kennedy, 3 fouls in just 1 official minute on the floor. Summer League action continues tonight in Las Vegas on NBA TV, ESPN, and the ESPN app. Toronto versus Utah at 5 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. On NBA TV tonight, the Suns versus the Thunder. And on ESPN tonight, it's the Lakers
Must-see TV.
The #1 overall pick, Zach Rishasha.
Now, is that who we watch? If we tune into that game to watch him, or is it Bronny? Which one?
Dalton Connect.
He's been the best player in those 2 teams right there.
Jokic for 3, leave it. Kings holding for the final shot of the first quarter. Jones kicks it around in the corner. Skapintsev pulls it down. Can he get a heave up? No. So the Sacramento Kings shoot 42% from long range, 55% overall from the floor, and it was good ball movement by both teams. Tyler Kolek knocking down the tray for the Knicks. And on the other end, Keon Ellis.
Still out there right now in the first quarter.
I feel good. Obviously, shots are falling right now, so just trying to give my team an early spark. I mean, they haven't won one yet, so we know that they're going to come out with energy. They're probably going to make a run here soon, so just try to give us a good jump start.
Right now, the Knicks have 5 threes. How do you run them off the three-point line right now?
I think we just got to stick to our game plan. You know, not let them get easy layups, help the driver, and then I mean, they have some shooters on their team, so just kind of got to get out there, try to make them put it on the floor. But I mean, they're knocking down shots right now, but we just got to stay the course.
Thank you. Good luck in the second.
Appreciate it.
Great job by Odom Johnson as usual, and Skapintsev gets his own board and gets the bucket. Knicks within 5. Jokic forces the turnover on Mason Jones. And Sam, the Knicks were down by 10. They've got some momentum.
Yeah, Mason got to do a better job as he's bringing the ball up. He's getting pinned on the sideline as an extra defender. He's got to keep the ball more in the center of the court as a point guard. That's something they got to work on with him.
Dwayne Washington falls down awkwardly after the miss, looking for the foul. Knicks will maintain possession here. Does he have a case, Sam?
No.
Well,
That's
this is an and one.
That is an and one.
Right back at you. How they say, ball don't lie. Justin Lewis.
Well, that was a very good executor underneath out of bounds play. Look at this play. He's got screen, set the defender up. Defender Boogie Ellis got a little bit too aggressive. And the Knicks Lewis is going to the line with a chance to compete the 3-point play.
Yeah, Lewis has not played this year in Summer League so far. This is his first action. The two-way signee played 29 games with the Salt Lake City G League affiliate.
And Chris, most teams break up the minutes. Instead of trying to play 12, 13 guys every game, you break it up in groups of 8. And you give 2 games for a group of 8, and you sub for another group.
Jokic makes that a 10-0 Knicks run. We're tied at 30.
That is a tough mid-range shot to master right there.
Timmy looking back door for Jones, but Scapin said with the steal. Washington, all the moves and the make.
And the finish.
And it's a 12-0 Knicks run. Doug Christie needs the timeout to discuss some things. A beautiful look at the Las Vegas Strip. We are just off that here, the campus of UNLV, side of the pavilion. Knicks currently on a 12-0 run, taking a 32-30 lead over the Sacramento Kings. Ellis looking for Jones, and that is turnover number 7 for the Kings. And really over the last 3 minutes of game time, the Knicks forcing more turnovers.
And that's what allowed the Knicks to get back in the game. I think the Knicks learned from that game yesterday that lost. They turned the ball over 20+ times. And if you're Sacramento Kings and Doug Christie, you got to be a little perturbed by coming out of a timeout, running a set play, and having a turnover.
Jokic from outside again.
And he is heating up from that three-point line, isn't he?
The Knicks have made 6 threes, quarter and a half into this. Sneed to Timmy. Back to Timmy
nice
time.
Play. Sneed waited to the last possible moment to drop that ball off to Timmons, and Timmons did what he needs to do.
Snaps a 15-0 Knicks run. Vitus with the crossover. Risky pass. Lewis will head back to the charity stripe. Foul go on Sneed. So Justin Lewis played with Tyler Kolek at Marquette. The two former teammates reuniting as Kolek checks back into the game, so they'll get some time here on the floor here in Summer League.
Yeah, it makes it easier. Summer League is tough enough when you have limited practice and you're trying to come together as a team, but obviously if you can have a guy on your Summer League roster that you play college ball with, it just makes it, from that relationship, makes it a little bit easier.
And Lewis off to a good start off the bench. He has 5 points after not playing the first 2 games of Summer League. He's played just 5 minutes. Jones against Jokic. Advantage Jones. So Sam, Kolek playing off the ball in this set.
Yeah, I was watching it, Chris. Just an opportunity. Let's just see how he plays. Can you put him in position to be more of an offensive player? That's maybe what the Knicks are looking at.
Well, a turnover by Daddy A, and then on the other end, Jones gets fouled inside by Scapin. So this is Isaac Jones. Has started all 5 games between the California Classic and here in Summer League. He celebrated his 24th birthday, Sam.
I saw that.
In Summer League, that's a vet.
Yeah, 24 years old, Summer League, absolutely. That's a veteran anywhere you go, Chris.
Well, he knocks those down, and back and forth we go. 1 point Knicks lead. Jones drops. Kolek in trouble, turns it over.
Yeah, Kolek got himself in too deep, got in trouble. Sacramento forced him into a bad play, but they couldn't capitalize on it.
Ball pulling down to Jones' miss. Kolek going to that baseline again, finding Ball. This time it pays off. Ball with his third three-pointer in the first half. He's got 11. Ball with the steal. The ball. They give it right back. Ellis gets it and finishes around Kolek. That is now 13 points for Ellis. Kolek from outside. Off. Ellis on. Fire.
He is feeling it.
16 points, 6 for 6 from the field, 3 for 3 from long range, carrying the offense for the Sacramento Kings. And it starts with a little bit of defense. The quick hands, then the speed, beating Kolek down the floor. Ellis again cashing from outside, and what a game we got here.
Welcome back to NBA 2K25 Summer League right here. Keon Ellis is just heating up, 3 for 3 right now. We just saw a big-time 3 come from him. And head coach Mike Brown mentioned Keon Ellis in an interview, and he said that confidence and the swag that he brings to this team for a young guy that was on a two-way in February is unbelievable and a lot of fun to watch. He goes night after night and shows he can get it done on both sides of the floor. And every game you can see he's getting a little bit more comfortable. He's starting to attack the basket. He's not just a catch-and-shoot guy, and that's a lot of fun to be a part of, watching him grow, especially in a short amount of time.
Yeah, all of that growth on display here in the first half against the Knicks. Ellis right on cue, off target for the first time in this game. And Huck Porty, how about him on the board, Sam? He had the dunk on one end, hitting the glass on this end.
Yeah, he's crashing the glass. And Chris, you and I talked about that yesterday, that there may be an open roster spot for a backup center. When you look at the Knicks, they lost Hartenstein to OKC, who signed a big contract free agent offer, and now the Knicks may be in the search for a backup center.
Hey, drafted him the 58th pick in the second round. I mean, 7 foot 262. Sam.
Well, he got the size, looks like he has athleticism, but can he continue to rebound and do the thing that Tom Thibodeau requires of his bigs?
Harry tries to take the hook shot, can't connect. Hard screen on Kolek. Ellis can't find Kill Jr. inside. Full 13 seconds on the shot clock for the Kings to get the shot off here. Jones taking his time. Finds a kill inside. And it's Huck Porty, once again, crashing the boards. Washington inside to Huck Porty, who's going to work. And this time the hook is good.
I like that he missed a bunny early in the sequence last play, came back this time, teammate gave him an opportunity, dropped him off with the left hand. Nice move in the post.
Jones versus Daddy A. Advantage, Daddy A. Washington loses it out of bounds. Hey, let's go old school, Sam. Some post moves.
Yes, normally our bigs in today's NBA don't have the footwork to get on the post. They'd rather shoot threes, but look at this move and the footwork. Kept both feet solid, didn't remove that pivot foot, let it slide, and was able to cap it off with the jump hook with the left hand.
So a technical foul on Dwayne Washington. He's asking for the foul on the way up there, and that turnover. And the ref blew the whistle.
He must have asked in a way that was unpleasant to the officials.
I'm sure there are a lot of ways.
Yeah, but Chris, as a young player, you don't want to get technical fouls in summer league. That's just something you're trying to stay away from. It sets a bad precedent. So going forward, that's something the Kings are going to talk to him about.
And a traveling violation on Akil Jr. It's always risky when you have young bigs trying to do that dribble handoff in summer league.
Well, Chris, but you need to know. You need to know they have the ball handling skills, especially if this is incorporated in your offense in the regular season.
Washington to Kolick. And Tyler Kolick here in the first half. It's the most points he's scored in summer league so far with 8.
Nice feed. Kolick stepped into his shot, knocked it down. And I think that's what the Knicks want to see him, be more aggressive offensively.
Turnover by Crawford. And give Washington credit. The quick hands forced that turnover. That is turnover number 10 now for the Kings. Catch and shoot, second one that Kolick's hit today.
Yeah, Washington did a great job getting into the paint, finding Kolick being shot ready to understand that he's going to have the opportunity for a wide open three and took advantage of it.
So Kolick attacking again. And the whistle, he'll head to the charity stripe.
Chris, he's making a conscious effort to score the ball today, something we haven't seen in previous games, but today he's ultra aggressive, and this may be something between the conversation of him and his coaching staff, understanding that at that position, you got to be able to score some baskets at times.
Yeah, he took 8 shots yesterday. He is now taking 7 shots today as he nails that one. Looking at the New York Knicks depth chart going into next season, and they signed Campaign, who feels like an insurance policy at that point guard position,
Yes.
right? Because we know who Jalen Brunson is. Mikal Bridges, Dante DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, OG Anunoby. Like, it's going to be hard for Daddy A to kind of get that wing time, right, as an 18-year-old coming into the team. You look at that front court, they need some help there still.
Yeah, they do. They still need some help in the front court, but at that fourth position, they're pretty set. And this is going to be an opportunity. Daddy A's going to get a chance to get there, learn, develop, maybe play some G League games to keep his game sharp. But again, the talent is there. He's just going to need time for that talent to come to fruition.
Hotporty!
Whoa.
And 1. How about that? He's been impressive so far.
Nice move. Getting down to the paint. Kolick does a good job of getting inside the guts of the defense. And then he's just finding the big man on a perfect roll.
So we said Hotporty has an opportunity to potentially crack that lineup for the New York Knicks. We see him so far today. 8 points, 7 rebounds. Really an impressive first half. Daddy A so far, though, 1 shot, 0 points, no assists, no rebounds. So, Autumn, when we see the development, you have more on Daddy A and what to expect from him.
Well, Knicks Summer League head coach Dice is still impressed with the number 25 pick in Daddy A. He said he has a great ability to score with this tough defense going on right here by the Knicks as the Kings try to figure something out. But he says he's a downhill player. He's versatile. And Daddy A feels like this has been a beautiful journey for him. He left France when he was about 17. He did his last 2 years in Germany. And he felt like it was a risk, but it was worth it. He believed in himself. He worked a lot and stayed confident. And I looked at his inspirations in basketball. His brother was one of them. He's 6 years older. But his favorite player was Kevin Durant.
Yeah. Makes a lot of sense when you see the skill set. We saw more of it yesterday.
Yeah,
than we have today.
The ball handling, decision making, the athleticism is there. Look, his game is not complete. He's got a lot of work to do. But if you're the Knicks, you got to like his energy. He plays defense. He does a lot of the little things well. He just got to get his offensive game more rounded out.
Kolick tossing it away. That is his 3rd turnover here in the first half. But you see him being more aggressive.
Yeah, and that's something, Chris, he's got to do. You know that point guard position, man. You want your guys to facilitate and make the teammates better, but you got to be able to score the ball just so you can offset what the opposing team does to you. And putting on the show and making people understand his 3rd year in the league, he is ready to come into his own.
Absolutely. You know, he exploded for 30 points the last game of the California Classic. He averaged 20 points in a California Classic.
Well, Chris, I got a chance to watch him play last year with the Kings, and he had some good moments for the Kings working his way into that rotation. So, again, Sacramento, Mike Brown is expecting a lot out of this young man.
Slight of build at 6'5", 175. The turnover.
But the skill is there, though, Chris. He may not be the biggest 6'5" guy, but I tell you what, he is skilled, and he is a very, very good NBA player.
1:26 to go here in the second. Knicks ahead by 5. Kolick keeping the defender on his back. Washington can't knock it down. Ellis on the fast break against Ball. And
nice.
1.
Nice patience.
that count. 18 points and counting for Keon Ellis.
Yeah, Keon Ellis got out in transition. And you just watch this play, Chris. Watch how he takes the contact, hesitates a little bit, moves the ball around a little bit just to draw the contact, and was able, still strong enough. You're talking about that slightly build. Reminds me of Reggie Miller. Not a big muscular guy, but strong at the core. Stronger than what eyes may perceive him to be. And again, going to the line. Chris, what's this? For his 19th, 20th point?
19, and he also has 5 assists.
Yes.
7 for 9 from the field. All of the efficiency that you want to see from a young player.
Yeah, especially this player, he's going to be in the rotation for the Kings next year. So if you're Mike Brown, you got to be ecstatic. His maturity, his growth.
Scap and Sev will head to the free throw line. You say that, and you look at the Kings and what they're trying to do. This is a team on a precipice of being, you know, a playoff team year in and year out. But that guard position seems to be open.
Yeah, they need some help. Look, we know how good De'Aaron Fox is. We've seen the things he does. The Kings went out, signed DeMar DeRozan as a free agent to help bolster that backcourt with his size and his mid-range game. But you got to fill out the rest of your roster. And when you look at the guy like Ellis, who can facilitate a little bit for you, who can knock down the three, he's showing, Chris, in this game, all facets of his game. And if you're Mike Brown, the 2 block shots, playing the pass lane, you just got to be ecstatic that this is another guy in that rotation that you can depend on.
Knicks up by 3. Under a minute to go here in the first half. Mason Jones tosses it away. Kolick with the steal. Kings defenders everywhere. He finds Daddier, but Mason Jones getting back on defense.
Yeah, Daddier got to learn. He did need to take that dribble right there.
So what we were talking about a second ago, Sam, look at this, right? You look at Kevin Huerter, Malik Monk, and then Ellis. He fits right in to try to get some PT.
He doesn't. It hurt the Kings last year not having Malik Monk for the playoff. But Keon Ellis right now, he's going to find his way to get some minutes with this team.
Daddier getting back on defense. Jones looking inside. He finds Adonis Arms, who'll go to the charity stripe.
Second to last 2 minutes. Adonis Arms at the line for the Kings. Shooting 2.
Follow tomorrow's stars at Summer League in the NBA app. Get access to real-time scores, stats, schedules, and behind-the-scenes stories as the league's next generation takes to court for the first time. Download the NBA app right now.
Look at you. You had to add your extra to it. I was reading your read, and that right now wasn't in it. Look at you. You just can't follow no directions, can you? We give you a script, and you just can't follow it word for word. You know why we do that, don't you? To keep you in check.
I'm unscripted.
Yeah, to keep you from going offline and just doing your own thing. You New Yorkers.
Knicks, 6-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, so they can't hold for the final shot.
Let's see what Kolick can do. Can he make a play for himself or his teammate? Tried
Contact
to
here,
foul,
not called.
Hey, Keon Ellis
Arms to
did a great
Jones.
job.
In and out, Jones on the putback. And they're calling a foul underneath. It'll go on Ball. Both Ball and Scap and Sev are like, it wasn't me. You know the palms up?
I played 13 years in the NBA, and I don't know if I committed more than 5 fouls in my whole
Let's
career.
see, who's this? Which one, Sam? Who did it?
That's a great whodunit.
Oh, they're saying,
Didn't see it.
so it's Mason Jones will head to the free throw. That's what it is. We're looking at the wrong Jones there. So Mason Jones, you know, kudos to him. He lost 47 pounds.
Wow.
47 pounds.
But you look at him, his body's fantastic. You never would have known he needed to even lose 40 pounds.
Yeah. And Tyler Kolick can't get it up in time. The Knicks up by 1 over the Sacramento. Catch and shoot. That's the most points he scored in Summer League so far.
Chris, what people don't understand, the fact that he's a left-handed point guard like Jalen Brunson, that means for Tom Thibodeau, if this kid is on the roster playing, he doesn't have to he doesn't have to tweak any of his offense because you got your backup is lefty just like Jalen Brunson.
Kolick to Huckporty to get the second half started, and those two have combined for 21 points.
And as a young point guard, you just want to see him make the right reads and make the right decisions, and he's doing that.
Ball with the quick hands. Check it out one more time with Tyler Kolick, his 5th assist.
Runs that pick and roll to perfection, gets the big out, the step out. The Kings do a poor job of taking away the diver. Kolick finds for easy two.
You know what I love about that play is Ellis is off and the Knicks will get possession here. Was his eyes.
Yeah.
Like you wonder, whoa, why was Huckporty so open?
Because you can fool him with your eyes like a quarterback. You look one way, throw the other way, and the defense always going to look at the eyes of the point guard.
Around the horn, ball wide open.
Ooh, just a bit outside to the left. The wind got that one, Chris.
Jones against Kolick. And Jones with a few steps and a nice reverse. Washington calling for the screen from Huckporty. And ball open in that corner. He loves that spot. Can't cash it in. Tries to get his own rebound. The hustle gets him out of the door, Sam. Look at that.
And Chris, for me, I would like with Ellis guarding Kolick, I want to see Kolick be a little bit more aggressive against Ellis because he's going to tell me as a coach, Ellis is a 3-year veteran player, so he understands the NBA game and how to play it. I want to see this young guy go at him a little bit.
Jones to Jones. Timmy sets another screen.
Sounds like a law firm. Jones and Jones.
Mason Jones from the corner. Inside Jones on the glass.
Nice move for the big fella.
Jones in for the deuce.
So Jones, Jones, and Jones, attorney at law?
Hoopers in the Summer League is what we're calling them. Washington with the left. Ellis trying to make it happen in the paint. Jones loses it.
Great defense by the Knicks.
With the quick hands, tries to go behind the back to Daddier. His first bucket. Jones from outside Bushel.
Yeah.
Didn't look comfortable.
No, he didn't.
How about this? 7 feet 265 on the fast break behind the
handle.
back.
Look at this. Well, his one is smooth as we would like, but he didn't lose possession of the ball. Offensive foul right there.
They called a hook. That's his first foul of the game. There'll be a turnover on Huckporty. Jones, bottom of the rim. Washington to Kolick. Huckporty.
Man, he is eating glass today, is he, Chris? That's what you want to see the big young 7-footer do.
Getting up for it.
If he can do that on a consistent basis, night in and night out, Tom Thibodeau would find some minutes for the big fella.
11 points, 8 rebounds, 5 for 6 from the field, 1 for 1 from the free throw line. Really having a good overall game.
Yeah, but Christopher, what you need him to do, set screens, play defense, rebound. The Knicks got a lot of firepower offensively after adding Mikal Bridges to that lineup with OG and all those guys. They got the firepower to score. What they need now is pieces. They need guys who can come in and give them minutes in certain roles and certain situations. And that's what this summer is about. Seeing, can you identify those type of players that can step in when guys are injured or when guys need a blow, and they can build from that. Just get better and make your team stronger on the back end of your roster.
Jones working it inside too. Jones on the finish. Kobe Jones flexing.
From one Jones to another.
Kolick. It's tipped out of bounds. Here you go.
Jones does
Mason
a
Jones
great
to Kobe
job getting in
Jones.
the paint. And then Kobe Jones takes the contact and lets the opponent know about it when he flexes on him.
Ball with the quick move, the contact, and the connect. Here is the play, Sam.
Let's see, it seemed like a side screening roll with Timmons. Ellis has it, shot clock winding down, Jones gets it back. Let's see what he's gonna do with it.
Around the horn. Mason Jones going baseline. They got to put it up. He just does not get it off in time. That is turnover number 4.
You out here watching?
Well, my friends Dwayne Washington and Kamani Johnson are over there. I know it's early, but I had to come here and support a little bit, and I love good hoops, so I'm here.
I love it. We all love good hoops, especially here in Vegas. And, you know, when you were here for Summer League, you dropped 29 points in your debut. What do you remember from your time when you were here in Summer League?
Well, I remember that game. That was crazy. I felt like I couldn't miss. The rim got big. My dad was screaming on the phone. He called me after the game. I just remember playing with a lot of great people, and it's like AAU style, so it brought me back to that.
I love it. And, you know, you've been busy this summer, moving and grooving. We were just talking about that. What have you been up to this summer?
I've been everywhere. You know, I've been to Europe. I've been in Memphis. I've seen a lot of new people we have on the staff, you know, talking to the players, been linking up with people everywhere. So it's been great, but I'm ready to get back home, just like everybody else is, and get back to the season. I'm ready for the season to start.
You mentioned talking to some of the guys. Who have you talked to, and what have you shared with them?
I'll never say that, but my guys know what it is, and we're just going to take all that energy and emotion we had towards last season and put it to good use and try to come up with something great.
You mentioned just being ready for this season. For the Grizzlies, for you guys to take that next step, what are you guys looking to do, and how do you be a big part of that?
Finish games better for sure, be on the same page, stay blessed to have good health and all that other stuff. But yeah, just be locked in. We played with each other for a long time, so we're really looking forward to getting back. It's been a long summer, and we're just going to have fun.
Well, hey, you guys have a big-time pick in Zach Edey. I mean, what are you excited about playing alongside of him?
Yeah, when I flew back to Memphis, I mean, I saw him first day. We played fives. It was great. That chemistry was there already. I mean, he's a big target. He's great skill, and he's only going to get better. So I'm excited to see it just like everybody else. It's going to be crazy.
You guys have a good group, I mean, alongside of you as well. What do you think the potential is this year for the Grizzlies?
Well, I mean, if you don't win a championship, you failed. That's the whole thing. You got to win, and that's our only goal. So if you're not on that parade float, you're not on that bus, then you failed. That's what it is.
Lastly, so I can get you back to this game, some goals that you're looking to accomplish personally this season.
A ring. That's about it.
What more can you ask for? Thank you so much for your time, and I appreciate you. Back to you guys.
It don't mean a thing if ain't that championship
He got that
ring.
baby. I like that from Jaren Jackson Jr. because I really feel like at this stage of his career, when you look at Ja Morant coming back, look at Desmond Baines and others, adding Zach Edey, this team should be thinking about competing for a championship. That thing of them being a young team, that's over with right now. Don't you agree, Chris? It's time for them to take that next step to try to be a contender.
I think once you get your contract, right, Defensive Player of the Year, he has those under his belt, the accolades.
And Ja Morant, before he, had the issues that he had, he was one of the superstars in this league. So this team right now is primed to be a contender in the Western Conference. And was adding Zach Edey, remember, the Memphis Grizzlies were always at their best when they were big. Now they get to slide Jaren Jackson Jr. back to that power forward position. Zach Edey's that starting center with that size, skilled. I expect Memphis to be in the thick of the Western Conference this upcoming season.
Hey, you pointed that out the night of the draft, right? When some people were critical of the pick, you were like, well, remember when Steven Adams was there and Zach Edey has looked good in Summer League.
And Zach Edey is bigger, a little bit more skilled, a little bit more mobile than Steven Adams was. So you would assume and think that this team is going to be able to get right back to their roots. Big, toughness, defense, physically dominating people with Edey and Jaren Jackson Jr. I'm excited for this upcoming season like I was last year, because again, that's 8, 9, 10 teams that can compete for a championship again this coming season.
Yeah, and I'm giving you all the credit for that because you called me the morning after the draft to sing that song. Like, what are people talking about?
Chris,
right? So,
Player of the Year, he's gotten better every single year. Zach Edey, we're talking about, he gotten better every single year he was in college. And then to watch him in the NCAA championship in the tournament dominate the way he did offensively and defensively, you got to like this young man's upside.
2-time National Player of the Year.
Yes.
Tyler Kolek going to his offhand and is off. On the fast break, Crawford able to connect. Daddier loses it on the way up. Skapintsev saves it. Kolek, his third triple so far.
Looking for his offense tonight. Somebody, a little birdie, got into his ear after yesterday and said, young man, you need to show other aspects of your game.
13 points for Tyler Kolek. Jokubaitis with the steal.
Yes.
And the finish. 2 lefties on back-to-back
Two
plays.
lefties. Chris, I just believe lefties are born good shooters.
What?
I've never met a left-hander that can't shoot. Never.
I have a couple in mind, but I don't want to be rude.
Well, we're going to keep it a secret.
Jokubaitis turning some defense into offense. It's 15 turnovers for the Kings. Watch the awareness, the speed. It's in the West, right? Just 2 losses of a difference.
and
from
dropped
third
6
to ninth.
spots.
That's how tough. You were talking about the Memphis Grizzlies, right? Like, they're going to be back in the mix next season. You got to get 50. The 50-win mark is where you look at to be a team that try to be out of the play-in.
Chris, what I love about it next year in the Western Conference, if you take a game off, you're going to lose. Look at that. 2 losses, and you go from 3rd to 9th. That's a huge drop when you're talking about only 2 losses.
From home court advantage in the first round
to the play-in. Think about that. 2 losses.
How about Lewis? Knocking it down. He's perfect from the field. He has 8 points. The Knicks have now hit 10 3-pointers. Timmy, wide open.
Oh, man, he needs to let that fly.
We know he can shoot.
Yeah, well, he needs to shoot it.
Well, Ellis not shot to let it fly.
At all. Maybe Timmons said, you know what? I'm going to let my vet bring us home.
21 points, game high for Ellis. 1 minute left here in the third quarter. Kolek pocket pass to Skapintsev. He's surrounded, he's hounded, but the basket he found it.
Left hand. Look at you. Look at you rapping and calling the game at the same time. Boy, I knew you was talented, but gee whiz, not that talented. I'm giving you too much credit. Let me sort of pump the brakes on this. I'm going to actually think I like you.
Ellis.
Yeah, Ellis.
Bottoms.
That's an NBA name, Boogie. Boogie Ellison.
Kolek will head to the free throw line. It looks like that foul will go on Crawford. You know, Kings adding DeMar DeRozan to the mix.
I love that pickup.
And they've had some fourth quarter scorers, but this guy on that next level.
Yes, when you factor in the fact that backcourt now is going to have, look at that backcourt, adding DeMar DeRozan to that backcourt. Look at those numbers. 24 points a game, and then the thing about it, Chris, I think he was second in clutch play at the season. So Mike Brown now only has a guy that gives you more size in the backcourt defensively. Now you got a guy that you can go to take some of the pressure off some of those other players, De'Aaron Fox and others. And then when you look at this team and the makeup of it, Chris, I believe they're a solid big away from getting back up to being one of the top 6 teams in the Western Conference.
Kolek nails the free throw. Knicks up by 3. 6-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Remember Malik Monk, your clutch player of the year a season ago. Now you had DeMar DeRozan into that.
Yeah, and Malik Monk wasn't available for them last year late in the season playoffs.
Boogie Ellis boogieing for back-to-back buckets.
Boogie Wonderland used his size against Kolek, and that's something Kolek got to understand. He's got to use his strength against these bigger guards to try to keep them out of the paint. He's better off forcing them into tough threes than letting them get in the paint and use their size and athleticism to jump over him.
Well, Kolek will take another trip to the free throw line. That'll be free throws number 5 and number 6 for him. Again, 14 points, double the amount that he's had in his previous 2 summer leagues.
Yeah, Chris, but it's not the scoring for me. It's still the assists. It's still setting guys up. And right now, Chris, he's very, very talented in that high screening role. He's been great at the pocket pass, throwing the ball over the top, using his size. And the thing I like about him is he is strong. You know, when he gets in the paint, he's able to absorb that contact and still either drop off the pass or try to finish at the rim.
4 seconds to go. Knicks up by 3. And some contact between Jokubaitis and Ellis. It's a turnover on Ellis.
And this is
not safe out there for.
This is a lot of time. 1.8 seconds. This chance to get a good shot off.
Dwayne Washington checking back in. You got to think maybe he gets this final shot.
Well, just add another scorer out there, and they got the big fella out there to set some screens, see can he create a little daylight for one of the shooters. Washington, like you said, came off the screen.
Got it.
Dribble.
Put it up.
Got to look. Ooh.
Nope, bueno.
Look at you.
So the Knicks with a 3
game between you two. How do you close it out in the 4th?
Yeah, we've gone 2 games where we haven't finished it out, so this is good practice for us. We got to finish it out here.
Thank you, and good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, great point. Great question by Odom Johnson. A great point by Tyler Kolek. The Knicks 0-2 in Summer League. We saw them yesterday. They had opportunities to finish. They couldn't get the job done against the Nets.
They did. Chris, and what killed them in that game, they got up to a 19-point lead, but 20-plus turnovers is what broke their back. And right now, the Knicks are doing a much better job of not turning the ball over. And I think Kolek in their backcourt, I think they're doing a good job of keeping the pressure on the Sacramento Kings team.
Yeah, just 11 turnovers as opposed to, like you said, 21.
It makes a huge difference. 11 turnovers to this point, fewer.
Washington, it's been an off night for him, but he gets to double figures in scoring with that bucket. Now has 10. The Knicks up by 5.
Well, let's see can Washington in this 4th quarter help bring this win home.
Ellis, the rotation.
Ellis not going to let it happen easy. He talked about this before the game. The Knicks haven't won a game thus far in the Summer League, so he knows the Knicks and their culture. They're going to come out today tough and try to get a win.
Washington and Ellis trading buckets here to start the 4th. Way deep for Washington.
Yeah, he was out there in Steph Curry range right there.
Ellis within range, but in and out.
Out.
Jokubaitis, a little hezzy, and a bucket.
Chris, I like him. He's a big guard, lefty. He's crafty, a lot better athlete than what you would think. And he gets to his spots and he can knock down shots.
Yeah, the 34th pick in 2021 is a foul on the perimeter. It'll go against Washington as he and Ellis both shaken up on the play. Oh, it's an offensive foul on Ellis. Oh, it's on Drew Timme on the screen.
That's something we've seen. The coaches got to do a better job of making these bigs understand the proper way of setting the NBA screen, because those type of plays break the back. We've seen games decided by illegal screens in the NBA last season.
Jokubaitis added again. He's got 14 points, 6 for 6 from the field.
Chris, I think if I was Sacramento, I would try to see if he can go right, because I've seen how good he is going left.
Washington with the steal.
Great defense.
Gets it ahead to Skapincev. Great pass and a better finish. Knicks with their largest lead of the second half. They are ahead by 8 and turning some defense into offense. 18 turnovers by the Kings, leading to 25 points by the Knicks. Quick hands, great pass, quicker feet. Back to the NBA 2K25 Summer League. And you know, it's about 117 degrees outside, but the heat feet are even hotter than that. You can get those kicks outside here at the Thomas and Mack or the Pavilion.
You gonna pick me up
campus
a
here
pair?
in LB.
You gonna pick me
You
up
can
a size
sponsor
13?
me. As the Kings
Why
get
would
the
I do
foot back
that?
there. Well, you're the former player.
Look at you.
Jokic probing, skip pass to Lewis. That is Lewis's first miss. Jones on the baseline. Jokic sliding
Great
his feet.
defense. Yeah, it's moving his feet
Jones shoots over him. Doesn't matter. Good defense, better offense.
all day long.
And Timmy blocks Washington. Washington is on the ground, not getting up in clear pain. They're playing 4-on-5 right now. Jones to Jones. It's off Mason Jones. Gets the board. And can't connect on the second effort. Washington is up. And rides it up.
He went from hopping and skipping to dunking, Chris.
He said hopping and skipping like his legs don't work to hop, skipping, and dunk.
I've never seen a player in the history of the game turn down 2 free
Well,
passes.
he's not moving, so he's clearly hurt. But you talk about playing hurt. That's an example of it.
You're playing injured.
Down, grabs that right leg
Yeah.
as soon as he hits the deck. And he's trying to get back on defense. He's like, hold on.
I got
Cherry picking time.
Either two. And not only just lay it up, Chris, he dunked the ball.
He made it look too easy.
Yes.
Getting that potassium back in the body right now.
Yeah. And he could be crappy, Chris. A lot of these guys have played a lot of basketball this summer, and so it's hot out here. Break is extremely hot, so it's important that you stay hydrated and keep fluids in your body.
Man, he's played a lot of minutes.
Yes.
Here in summer.
I'm sure he's not complaining about that.
Well, that dunk gives the Knicks a 5-point advantage with over 6 minutes to go here in the fourth. Jones to Jones.
Nice move. Way to come out of a timeout. Doug Christie kind of gave his team a tongue lashing during that timeout. Drew up a nice pick and roll coming out for a layup.
Kolek to Skapintsev. And Skapintsev fouled by Jones on the way up.
Yeah, great play by Doug Christie coming out of his timeout.
That's something for Skapintsev, his lateral movement. Got to see if he has it.
Well, he's got to get better at that, Chris. If you're gonna play defense in the NBA, especially pick and roll, you got to have the ability to slow down the initial thrust from the point guard and be able to recover back to the big. And that's something that the Knicks, if he makes the team, will work with him on.
Skapintsev now up to 10 points, but Mason Jones has 12 points for the Kings, and on him has more than him.
Yeah, that Jones-to-Jones connection gives me a perfect opportunity to talk about Mason Jones, who has reconstructed his entire body. He's done it with discipline and just working out with a diet plan as well. Down 6% body fat and lost nearly 50 pounds since the end of last year. And what's been key is getting a nutritionist, helping him out with meals. He's had 2 a day, no carbs, high protein. He was in the gym as early as 5 a.m. and at night around 8 or 9 p.m. And of course, he's getting in shots every night, but he also started to incorporate hot yoga and Pilates to take his game to the next level. He said it's a day-by-day process. You can't grab the world in one day. You have to take it one day at a time. And the team has said he's been more explosive and just vying for a rotational spot.
Yeah, if you want to do hot yoga in Las Vegas, just go outside.
Chris, what can we do as broadcasters to get in better shape? What can we do?
We could quit. Boogie.
Stop.
A little short.
All right, the Knicks, 5 minutes to go. The Knicks got an 8-point lead. Let's see can they bring it home. They're kind of slowing the tempo down a little bit, trying to make sure they get a good possession.
Kolek trap. He finds Jokic. They got to go. The trap at half court and the turnover. Kings have numbers. Jones to Jones. Oh, but Kennedy with the steal. Kennedy thought about it. Lewis let it fly.
I tell you what, for the minutes played, Lewis has, this is what you do in the summer league. You don't worry about